For Grant, this year is all about learning new things.
True, so he decided to strike something off his bucket list by learning to play the guitar.
And who better to learn from than someone who knows the guitar inside out?
Let's check in and see how Grant's first lesson went.
The start of a new year signifies growth and new energy, and I'm excited to try my hand at some new things. And with that, I've teamed up with guitarist and music educator Brian Poulsen for my very first guitar lesson.
Brian, I've always wanted to learn to play guitar. It's been on my bucket list for years, and I'm really looking forward to getting started. So I'm hoping I'll be able to play it at sing-alongs, at a dance, in a rock band, wherever the journey kind of leads.
Well, that's great. I mean, that's probably the same reason I wanted to be able to play guitar as well.
Brian's been playing guitar for 35 years, and it certainly shows. My musical background is decent, but not quite as extensive.
I played the piano when I was a kid, and I also briefly tried out the clarinet in like grade 7, 8 concert band. And I've played drums for years. I played the drums in my high school jazz band.
Let's get started. First up, frets.
In music, there are 12 notes.
Right.
And on the guitar, if you were to take your finger and feel right here, this very first little indentation you feel there, that's called a fret. And as we advance up the neck, if you move up to the 12th fret, when you end right there, those are all the notes in music on one string.
Right.
And then the names of the strings, and a cool trick to remember them.
Every adult donkey grows big ears. Now okay, all right. Now there is another one. Is Ernie ate dynamite, goodbye Ernie. But it's just too violent.
Yeah,
so
let's stick with the donkey.
Yeah, let's stick with the donkey. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is feel the first string.
Yeah.
And we'll go through the rhyme together. So there's every adult donkey grows big ears. Now just think of the first letter of each of those words. We have to do a little thinking here. So we have E, A, D, G, B, E. Beautiful. You now know the names of the strings in the guitar. 1, 2,
Next up, pulling it all together for a very famous rock and roll track, Smoke on the Water.
2, 3. Give that a try. Beautiful.
Oops.
That's
it.
it.
I almost had it.
No, that's it.
Let me try it again.
Perfect.
And last of all, some slide guitar.
I'm going to put a thing on your finger called a slide.
Okay.
Okay, you feel that right there? Now take that slide, and what we're going to do is first start with an open, display the guitar openly. And let's take this slide, and now take that slide, hit the string, and slide it up the neck as you do it.
Okay. Nice.
There we go. Okay. Now that may sound a bit weird. Now another thing you can do is a lot of times slide guitar is played in the lap.
Right.
And we talked about an amazing guitar player, Canadian guitar player named Jeff Healey. And that's actually how he played. He had the guitar in his lap. And it wasn't a completely original idea. I don't know why he did that. His relationship to the instrument, I think the way he bent the strings may have been cooler.
Right.
But a lot of guys will play what's called lap steel that way. So let's take the guitar. I'm just going to
lay
lay
it
it down in your lap if that feels comfortable.
Totally.
And what you can do now is take this slide. How do I do this? I'm going to hold it between your thumb and your first finger and just lay it down on the guitar like that. Now, just play any note you wish. Now try a single note, for example. Pick maybe pick the G string. Let's go right there.
G.
Yeah, and now it slides on there. Now just move that slide around.
Oops.
Yes, sir. There's that. That's good.
To clarify, learning to play guitar was on my bucket list. Not just a lesson, but I can really see myself committing to this.
Well, Brian, what I really loved was You know, within the first few minutes, being able to play the Smoke on the Water melody, I did not expect to be able to play it that soon.
I think you did great. You sounded really good, and I think you are very intuitive in how you're approaching the instrument.
I think he did an amazing job adapting the lesson to me as someone who can't see.
Thank you. I had to think a little bit about that, but it was easy because I think you're very naturally gifted as a guitar player, and I hope it's something that you continue to pursue.
I can't believe Grant had never played the guitar before. He's a quick learner. What a rock star.
Some people just have that musical bone in their body, and Grant is one of those people. He's incredible. I'm glad to hear he's going to keep up with taking lessons.